Hi guys, you join me. I'm back down on my syndicate Swarkestone gravel pit in the Midlands, and this is a diary sort of ongoing piece of my journey on this pit. So what's been happening? The last time you saw me I was on my 5th session, and then about a week after that I did my 6th session, which turned out to be a bit of a red letter session really. I was going to film it, but with time constraints and I was going on holiday the very next week, I decided to do it now, which I'm now on my 7th session. Just started, got here a couple of hours ago, set up in the same swim as I had that last session in, a swim called Punisher's Point. I'll give you a look around the swim and what I'm doing and everything in a bit. But we'll go back to the 6th session, where I ended up with 9 fish. And to say, it was unbelievable really, you know. It's not an easy pit this, to get 9 fish in one session, 3 30s, 3 20s and 3 doubles. Unbelievable, you know. And I think I ended up with 3 originals in that cluster of fish. I did film captures and took pictures and everything. I won't show all the video footage, I'll show some of it, and I'll show you the pictures of all the fish and where I'm at. But you'll see in a minute, unbelievable fish. This fish in here is something else. It's what a place, you know. Just feel so at home here, and can't really say anything bad about the place at all. It's unbelievable syndicate, and I will be here for a long time. So really, going back to that session, I said I started in here, sort of did the first night and literally caught fish every day. You know, no really going time, caught them in the morning, afternoon, evening. You know, just seemed to fish throughout, and the conditions now are exactly the same as that session. In between, we had a holiday, went off for a family holiday for a week. So we're now sort of 2nd week of July, and so far I've managed 14 bites, landing 12 fish, 5 of them over 30 pounds, so what a start. Just couldn't ask for anything better on the new water. So I'll stop waffling on and I'll give you guys a look at the fish from that 6th session. First morning of my 6th session, and started off this 19 pounder, absolutely solid this one, stunning fish, give me a good scrap, and everything's working. Different swim this time, in Punisher's Point this time. What can I say, great start to the session, hopefully a few more to come. I can give you a quick look at the other side because it's a bit feisty. For fish. Second fish of the morning, absolutely made up with this one. It's one I wanted to catch when I joined the lake. Absolute jet black, perfect common carp. Down a little bit on weight due to spawning, but when they look like this, it really doesn't matter. £34, 6 ounces at the moment, and what a fish. Absolutely blown away. The result. Unbelievable. Third fish of the session. What a fish this is. £32 on the button. Absolutely unbelievable fish. Massive apple spice scales. What a start to the morning. Unbelievable. You guys look at the other side. Probably even better this side. Just an incredible creature. What a session this is turning into be. What a water, what a place. Unbelievable. Tactics are working, bait's working. I'm a very happy angler. Fourth fish of the session. This little angry male, 13 pounds 6 ounces. It's turning into a bit of a red letter session at the moment. I've also got another one in a sling, just about to photograph in a minute. A little bit bigger than this one. Try and show you the other side because he is a little bit angry. Cracking little fish. Very bright future this lake. Right. What a fish this is. Pretty sure it's a fish known as a ghostie. Another one of the A team. 34 pound on the button. Over the moon with this one. It's a solid fish. What a session. Unbelievable. Guys, quick look at the other side. What a place. What a morning. Getting back. Fish number 6. This old dinosaur. Unbelievable fish this. It's got a story or two to tell. Covered in scars. Old sunken eyes. Absolutely unbelievable fish. 23 pound. 8 ounces. One very happy angler. Try and show you the other side. He's not very happy. What a fish. First fish I've had as well in the evening, so that's a good sign. Everything's working right, so hopefully still a couple of nights to go, maybe 1 or 2 more. Fish number 7 of the session. It's long, lean, 21 pound, common. Coming just on first light again. Hopefully might nick another 1 or 2 this morning for a session. Quick look at the other side. What a fish this is. Keep saying it, but unbelievable stock really. It's Let's get him back. Second fish of the morning. What a fish. Absolute stunner. 26 pounds, 11 ounces. Unbelievable battle. And that takes me up to 8 fish for the session. Still got today and tonight, tomorrow morning to go, so you never know. I nick one or two more. Just as nice this side. Unbelievable. Absolutely immaculate, this fish. Oranges in it. Unbelievable. Right, let's get him back. Unbelievable fish, and I'm over the moon. Sort of fish you don't see every day or catch every day. I said the stock in here is unbelievable. Like I said, I've started the session, same swim. I came back in a swim, it was empty, but I came back in just to sort of go over what I did on that last session. The weather conditions are pretty similar to then as well, so hopefully with a bit of luck there's some fish in the area. But if not, like I said, I'll give it a night in here. And if there really isn't anything about, after I've kind of showed you what I did on the last session, I'll have a look about and I'll have a move. For now, kind of just settling in, get the first sort of evening out of the way, have some food, relax, chill out a little bit, and I'll update you guys tomorrow. So until later on, cheers guys. Well, good morning guys. It was quite a quiet night last night. Never really saw anything. Didn't hear any fish. No liners. But just on first light this morning, the left hand rod rattled off. Unbelievable screaming take. Picked it up, took loads of line. For how fast it was going, I knew it wasn't a big fish. but it just wouldn't give up. So there's always that in the back of your mind, is it good and is it not? But eventually, after an unbelievable battle, it went in the net. It was a absolute stunning, heavily scaled mirror, £18, 8 ounces. So another great start to a trip. You know, I've done now, I said 7 trips, and the first 2 I blanked, and then since then, the next 5 I've managed bites on every trip. So definitely doing something right and getting to grips with the lake. But yeah, things are working. You know, the weeds coming up fast now, and you know, I'm trying to keep a few spots clear by putting bait on them. I'm trying to keep going into the same few swims, but you know, fish aren't there, you've got to fish from wherever they are. But you know, going into swims where you know spots definitely helps, especially if you can keep bait going in onto them spots. So yep, unbelievable start, can't complain at all. An absolute cracking little fish, this one. Let's give you a look at that now. First fish of the session, £18, 8 ounces. Absolute stunner, this one. Crazy battle for its size. Just didn't want to come in. Very angry. Little male carp. What a fish. Another great start to a session. Quick look at the other side. Rod's back out now. Back out on them spots. It's a massive difference. Just keep feeding the same spots. Same spots as I was on last time I was here. Keeps them clean, keeps the weed off them, keeps the fish coming back. And hopefully, conditions look bang on. Get a few more fish this session. Right, just getting back. There you are, guys, what a fish, and great start to the morning and great start to the trip. Still plenty of time for a few more yet, and we'll see what today brings. I know the weather is going to be a bit changeable today, so I'll probably update you guys later on tonight. So until later on, cheers guys. Well, good evening guys, we're heading into the second evening now. It's about 6-7 o'clock, so still a few hours before dark. But it's been a very quiet day today, but the weather has been very changeable. 1 minute it's windy, raining, thunderstorms, torrential downpours, thunder, and the next minute the clouds clear and the sun comes out like now. T-shirt weather, and 10 minutes later you're putting a coat on. It's crazy really, but I've not really seen any fish today. it's been quiet, but with having that fish this morning, I'm still very confident in being in the area, so I'm not going to move. I'm going to sit it out and hopefully I can repeat the same tomorrow morning. Not really seen anything either to make me want to move. Did have a bit of a walk around earlier and never really saw any fish or anything, or any signs of fish at all. So for now, like I said, I'm going to get everything sorted for the night. Probably put some bit more bait out over the rods, and then get my head down, have a early night, get up in the morning and go again. So till later on. Cheers guys. Well, good morning guys. This morning was a carbon copy of yesterday. A quiet night followed by a screaming take at 6 o'clock. Exactly the same time as I had a take yesterday morning. So I had a bite, absolutely screamed off, picked up into it, a few knocks, and I didn't think it was a very big fish, but I think it must have had weed on its head because I got it right back in, about 20 yards from the bank. I think the weed came off and it absolutely flat rodded me. Just screamed off 50-60 yards of line. It was unbelievable. I didn't think it was going to stop. It was going that fast. I couldn't slow it down. I couldn't slow the spool down with my hand. It was just unbelievable. Just pulled my arm off, and then finally I managed to stop it. Turned. Had a few more big runs after that as well, but managed to get it in the net. And it's a real old dark fish, possibly original. I don't know, I'll have to ask a few of the lads around the lake and see if they recognise it. But it was a 27 pounder, unbelievably stunning fish, and it's over the moon, you know. It's been fishing tough recently. Talked to a few of the lads since I've been down, and they said it's not done a lot of fish recently. It's like, I think it's done like one fish in the last week or so. So two mornings, 2 takes, I'm happy with that. You know, I have seen a few fish show as well this morning, a lot longer than what I'm fishing, but you know, like right over in the far margin. And you know, like I've always found, if they're showing long, you can go out to them, but if you try and go out to them, you're better off sitting on your hands and letting them come to you and picking the odd one off, because what tends to happen is you go out to them and they just shift, they move. So what I've been doing is just leaving it sitting on my hands and just letting them drift in, pick the odd one up, and hopefully the fish will now stay in the area. I can potentially pick off a few more. It's a great tip, you know, just don't cast on their heads. Fish short, let them come to you, let them come on to you. You won't spook them that way, and you won't push them out of the area, because what you tend to do is you fish on them, they push further out. Fish on them, they fish even more further out. So you might as well just pick the odd one off. You know, pits like this, you're not fishing for massive hits all the time, so the last thing you want to do is spook them out of the area. But we'll get back to the fish, and I'll give you guys a look at that fish now. Second fish of the trip, 27 pound on the button. It came exactly the same time as yesterday morning. So definitely on the feed this time of day. What a fish. Nice to get another one under the belt. big, up front, muscular male. It did give me a fair scrap, to be fair. Unbelievable. The fish. Get him back. So there you are, guys, absolutely stunning. Old warrior, that one, and over the moon with that. And you know, that kind of brings us up to date. Early morning still now, the rods are in. We'll see what happens, see what the day brings, and I'll update you guys later on, probably tonight. See you guys. Right, guys, I'll just talk you through my bait for the session. Starting with the spod mix. I've got hemp, chopped tiger, chickpeas, which have been soaked in a liquid. I'm not going to say exactly what. I've got to keep a few edges back for myself. And then the boilies added to that, the 12mm AK boilies soaked in the liquid food complex. Quite a simple mix, a very good one. Loads of stuff in there the carp like. There's chickpeas, don't get used very much these days. Very good bait. You know, chickpeas, sometimes you maple peas, lots of different bits and pieces that have kind of been forgotten. Still catch loads of carp. And then rig wise, got a hidden stiff rig with one of my pink special cork ball pop-ups that I make over the top, and that mix is what's been doing all the damage. Great little spod mix, work everywhere. Got 100% faith in them hook baits I make, and a hinge stiff rig. Doesn't get any better in my opinion. Attach that to a helicopter rig, and the rest is just down to the fish. So there you are, guys, that's a little look at my bait for the session. Till later on, cheers, guys. Well, good evening, guys. It's about an hour and a half before dark now, and after I updated you this morning, the fish continued to show long, but not long after that the yacht club came out, and whether that moved them or it didn't, but about lunchtime, about 12 o'clock, I had a screaming take, got the fish on. It was a bit hairy because the boats were out, so I had to keep the rod tip down, but I managed to get it in, land it. It's only a little stocky, £11 3 ounces, proper little dumpy thing, massive shoulders on it. Definitely one for the future. I can see it being one of the ones that grows big in a few years time. But another fish, another bite, middle of the day. Like I said, the boats are out. They said the fish aren't bothered by the boats at all. I mean, they're used to them, so you know, when people are like, oh, I'm not going to catch anything, the boats are out and going over me, doesn't really make any difference. Like I said, they're used to it, they're not bothered by it. So I said, got that fish in. I said, cracking little fish. I'll give you guys a look at that fish now. Second fish of the morning, £11 3 ounces. Absolute breeze block of a stocky, this one. Very feisty. Stunning looking fish though, and only bodes well for the future. What a fish this is going to be in a couple of years time. Unbelievable, a breeze block. See the other side. What can I say? Cracking little fish. Session's going well. Hopefully it continues. See what happens the rest of the session. Catch up with you guys in a bit. Let's get him back. So there you are guys, like I said, one for the future. That's the third fish, it's 2 today, so you know, everything's working. I said, been watching them fish long, not seen anything over my spots as such, but I said, sit on your hands and it'll happen. Definitely seems to be working for me at the moment anyway, and like I said, spent the sort of rest of the day kind of watching the boats. They've been going up and down, and you know, haven't really seen anything show since the boats have been out. You know, stopped the fish showing a little bit. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but it's obviously still in the area. So like I said, they've just gone in, so just kind of updating you. It's about an hour and a half, like I said before, dark, so I'm going to get the rods wound in, get some fresh hook baits on, get them back out for the night, and see if we can't nick one again same time tomorrow morning. So for now, got plenty to get on with, so I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. Until later on. Cheers guys. Well, good morning guys. It's about 11 o'clock now, and just like the last couple of mornings, 5:30, 6 o'clock, absolute screaming run. This time on the left hand side of the swim. Gets down there, picks a rod up, fish is going away, everything's lovely, then all of a sudden just went absolutely solid, feel grating. You know, I was fearing the worst. It went sort of 10-15 minutes went by, and eventually it pinged off whatever it was stuck on, and I managed to play the fish in the margins. The fight was all on the surface, typical big common fight. It's kept going and going. The fish at the moment are just absolutely fighting their heads off. They're like absolute animals. I mean, arm aching, unbelievable stuff, really. Enjoyable in one way, and in another way you want it to go in the net, but you know, everything went well, managed to get it in. It just started raining, so it's looking good for a bite. Like a little bit of rain in the day. Anyway, yeah, got it in. It was 35.2 and a repeat capture of the big common I had on my last session. So, you know, unbelievable fish. You know, I'll give you guys a look at it in a minute, and you know, I know you've seen it once already, but unbelievable fish. Early morning this time, last time I caught it in the day. It's obviously liking my bait, you know, enjoying eating that. Same bait, same hook bait. You know, it's obviously wanting to come back and eat it. You know, 80 acres of water and a repeat capture in such a short time is testament that everything you're doing is working, and working well. Because these fish don't come out every day of the week, so I'm gonna say it's brilliant, really. In one way, I'd like to win another fish, but I don't mind repeat capture, especially fish that look like this and a mid-30 to boot. So I'll give you guys a look at that now. Well, there we go, another early morning bite, like clockwork at the moment. This absolutely stunning common, £35, 2 ounces. What a fish. Keep saying it, but it's absolutely amazing, the stock in here. What a place this is. There's the other side. He stops tensing. Absolutely immaculate. Over the moon. What a session this is turning out to be. Again, having a good run at the minute. Just tensing up, so we'll get him down. A quick look. We'll get him back. Like I said, what a session this is turning out to be again. You know, I'm having an unbelievable run of fish at the moment. And on cloud 9, really. Just getting back. As you can see, guys, you know, you saw it earlier on, but what a fish, and looks even better in the early morning light. And over the moon, you know, it takes me to 4 fish now for this session, and like I said, I'm having a bit of a purple patch at the moment, and hopefully it continues. I've got the rest of today and tonight, and I'll probably be off tomorrow morning, so hopefully I can still nick another 1 or 2. If not, doesn't matter, you know, but I'll have a catch up with you guys later and give you a little rundown of what's happened with the rest of the day. But for now, until later on, cheers guys. Right guys, I'll just give you a little look around the swim that I'm in. Starting off by where the car's parked. Come in here, car's there. As you can see, Punisher's Point. This is a double peg, peg 15 and 16, so you can fish this with a friend or on your own. As you come in, it's an absolutely massive peg. Got loads and loads of water in front of it, loads and loads of room. Great social peg. Say bivvy there, just at the top of the swim. So you go down the steps. As you go down the steps, this is the left hand side of the swim. Got 2 rods just down there, left hand side of the swim. There's absolutely loads of water out in front of here. This cut through here goes into a big back bay, and then that over there is big long island. All down there is a big island margin. Obviously you've got to watch the buoys and not fish past them, because the last thing you want is fish snagged on a buoy. And you've got all this water out here, this side of the swim. Just give it a second as the plane goes over. Absolutely stunning. Hopefully you can hear me again now. Like I said, I've got 2 rods out here. I'm not going to say where I'm fishing, but out there's plenty of features, plenty of areas you can fish. So as we come back out this side of the swim, there's a bivvy there, and then the other side of the swim, I've got 2 rods over here. As it's a 4 rod limit, 2 rods just down there. Obviously orange flag there, just to let the boats know that there's somebody fishing, in case they don't see you, so obviously then they avoid you. And then you've got all this water out here, loads of open water. That swim over there towards that boat mooring and island, that's all alone. It's a swim I did the last video in, but there's so much water. Enjoying themselves out there on the boats. Bit of singing. There we are, loads and loads of water. Like I said, it's got 2 rods out there in open water. If you like open water fishing, this is a swim for you. Like I said, the left hand side has got that island and that cut through into the back bay. Fish do go through there, I've seen them go through there. And then this side, all this open water. get a big westerly or southwesterly, and generally you seem to find fish here. Not saying they're all here, but they do like to get on them winds, and they normally sat either here or a bit further down towards that yacht club bank, that road bank. Like I said, you've got loads of water all up there, and then you've got another sort of 3 islands up there, all that other back bay area, the shallows. Unbelievable, big pit, like I said. And behind this swim, come back round, behind this swim there's another massive back bay, another big island in it, another 2 islands actually in it, and loads of nooks and crannies. They can go in this end, and then there's a massive gap down that bottom end by the road bank and go right in and around there. It's unbelievable water, great swim, loads of water out in front of it, almost too much really, too much choice, but you know, they are here. Good chance of fish here, there's a good chance of fish anywhere, but they do like getting in these back bays and up around them islands, so just depends on the conditions and where they are on the day. It's a swim I quite like, because if they aren't here and they're further down the lake or further up the lake, you've got a good vantage point to see where they are, and then you can move onto them. You know, it's a swim I'll probably spend a bit of time in. Same with the one over there all alone. But there are a few more swims I've got my eye on that will be spending a fair bit of time in. I'm trying to keep trickling bait into 3 or 4 swims, so depending on the conditions and depending where the fish are, I can get in them, get the rods out, and hopefully start catching fish straight away. So there you are guys, like I said, loads of room, massive swim, the old sign just there. There we are guys, still a look, Punisher Point. Till later on, cheers guys.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back.
Well, good morning guys. I didn't bother updating you yesterday evening, as the last 24 hours have been very quiet. Sort of yesterday morning there was a few fish showing in the area, but throughout the afternoon and yesterday evening they'd definitely done the off. They were sort of showing towards the road bank, sort of where it goes to the yacht club, and if I was staying on I'd almost definitely be moving this morning. But it's just started raining. It's going to be heavy rain today, so I thought I'd get packed up early. There's no point sitting here when the fish have already done the move, already moved off. So I decided it was time to get the kit in the car, get back down the road, and I'll be back, have another go at it soon. But I can't complain. Unbelievable session. Again, 4 fish. You know, I'm doing well at the moment. I'm really happy with the results. Everything's going right, everything's working well. So hopefully it continues. You know, at some point I expect it to go back to normal, but hopefully it continues for as long as it does, and I'll keep trying, keep plodding, keep having a go. But for now, thanks for watching. Until later on, tight lines, and bye for now. Cheers guys.